In 2009, I journal a lot. So in 2009, I put these particular words in my journal: you will write a book. And I was playing around with it. I was calling it sensibility, sensitivity. 10 years later, to the date, March 2009, March 2019, I published Making Sense. And why is Making Sense so important to me? Because it took 2 years to write it. And the first draft was like a lot of books you might be reading, the how-to, and those have their place. But for me, what spoke to me was when I started really listening to people. It was the conversation, it was the story. So it became a book about me opening up about my own journey with money, from what I found out about the 300 bob lunch, to what I witnessed growing up, to the mistakes I made, and then finding other people who are willing to tell their story: Douglas, Faith, Dishon. And there are so many other people who, and a lot of you who have read the book. It reads like a storybook, but in those stories, it teaches you about money. It teaches you about your relationship. It tells you how people like Douglas made 10 million shillings. It tells you about Faith and how she navigated money and her marriage. It tells you about this young guy called Dishon who just decided to live life outside of the box, plus what he witnessed when he was growing up. But what it's done for me is made me more curious about stories. And this is why. So if you haven't read the book, get it. You will relate to somebody there or a couple of people there. But it started me on this journey of telling stories as they are. And that's what led to the Making Sense podcast. And season 1 is there, 12 episodes of you hearing my voice. It's like you're in my sitting room, yeah? And you hearing my voice, what I'm figuring about life, why it's important to stop, your relationship with money, our relationships outside of ourselves with money. So you know, don't take my word for it. It's on Spotify and all these other platforms. Please listen to it. And it started another journey. We started having conversations with people who are going through unique things. And I think my first set of people were women. Centonomy itself actually started through doing forums for women. So I started meeting women one-on-one. And a couple of months ago, we had an event where we were surprised about the response. It was about women and money in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. And I left there completely gobsmacked. Just so excited that there's this crazy bunch of people out there who believe what I believe, who are seeing what I'm seeing. So we talked about how money is handled in those seasons, but we went deeper beneath the surface. We talked about what is truly going on in our relationships, the pressures being put on us to support so many people, what we are seeing our families going through. We laughed, but we also cried, we hugged, we had dinner, and we left there with everybody feeling I am not alone. So September, watch out for it. Women and Money is coming to the Making Sense Conversation podcast. And it's going to be 12 episodes of what are you going through as a woman with money? Not what people see, not the makeup we wear, but what is happening beneath the surface, both in terms of how you are being empowered as a woman, but things that you may be hiding, the fears, the need to fit in, what society has told you. Are you separated or divorced and you're dealing with stigma and it's affecting your financial life? Yes, we are going to go there because it's time for us as women to stop pretending that all is well. All can be well, but it will be well if you know that whatever you're going through, you are not alone. There are other people going through it. We are going to be brave enough to have those conversations. And in that, you can find your own version of freedom, because freedom is yours to take, but you have to find your own version of freedom. So, September, if you've not listened to the first episode, please go back and listen. Even the last 3 episodes are about women and money. And it was our take-homes from that event I was telling you about. But I've done my thinking, I've done more conversations. You'll hear not just my voice, but other brave women who are going to come and tell us about their journey as women. Whether you're a dependent, whether you're the breadwinner, there's still issues you're going through as a woman. So please look out for it. I am so happy to be doing it. I am learning so much about myself and others. And I really want to hear your thoughts, your feedback. And as I said, we've got to keep on telling our stories. So Making Sense Conversations, the podcast, September, Women and Money, 12 episodes. Please join me. And all the details will be on screen. Thank you very much.